Hey, y'all. I was getting it loaded up. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another stream. Just a heads up in case you didn't see the Instagram message, I am tired as all get out. So the game plan is to stream until 5:30 Eastern today. If not, or rather if I hit a wall, which feels entirely likely, then I will probably end early so I can just get some rest before I cook tonight. I got a couple of tasks to do on my end for some self-learning that I'm doing. So I'm going to be taking the first part of the stream and we're just going to be co-working for a couple minutes. Probably like an hour. I don't know how long it'll take, honestly. It doesn't, I feel like I'm halfway done, so it shouldn't take that much longer. It's just a self-assessment. And so far I think I'm doing pretty darn good. But it is what it is. But yeah, we'll do that first, and then we'll switch to writing, and we will check the polls at that point, so you guys have extra time to get poll votes in, and then we will move forward from there. I'm running laundry in the background, so I've got I got my door open, so we might have cats today. I've got laundry running, so I'm going to be checking my my phone for those updates. Yes, I did get updates when my laundry is done in the dryer and washer. So I'm going to keep that in mind and might step away for a moment for that. It won't be a long step away, so just like a distracted step away. I know there's stuff I want to talk about, but those are like the more pertinent things for today that I wanted to talk about. And so let me go ahead and jump into the reason for the season, or rather the reason for the stream. So every year for the last at least decade, I've done hold on a second. Okay, good. So every year for the last decade or so, I've done National Novel Writing Month NaNoWriMo. I stepped away from the organization this year, so it's National Novel Challenge for me. Everybody's named it differently, but for me it's it's November Novel Challenge. The goal was the same, 50,000 words. I hit it, so now it's 75,000 words. And a couple years back, I decided to, dovetail my writing, or at least, I decided to, so historically, in November, I've always raised money for charity, and I don't want to say always, but like starting like 5 or 6 years ago, I started raising money for my charity of choice, Baby DJ, using my November streams so that, I can donate to them. I'm not very local to them, so I can't volunteer for them easily. It's hard, like, with my current situation. If you aren't aware, I'm currently unemployed. So without knowing what's going to be on my docket for the next couple of days, or even like a week or two out, it's hard for me to commit to volunteering. So so now I'm just fundraising currently. But I have volunteered in the past. But yeah, I'm fundraising for them. I use my Twitch platform as a way to raise revenue for it. My goal in the future is to raise revenue via not Twitch, because I'm already doing that. Raise revenue via YouTube for it as well sometime in the future too. I have to get monetized for that though, so one little bit at a time. No rush though. I find that streams that grow very quickly, unless you're some sort of super content creator, which I am honestly not. So for me, I find that if I get a lot of followers in a day, those followers will peter out because some of them are bots. It is what it is, but I do prefer people who, to join my channels and my streams and engage and just, and be with me, basically. And so that's what I preferred. I want people who will stick around, even if they only join for my writing streams or my occasional gaming stream. Anyway, I'm rambling. So I decided to use my streaming platform to raise money. And then a few years ago, Blizzard, primarily I was playing World of Warcraft and doing in-game charity stuff along with real-life charity stuff, dovetail nicely together. But I stepped away from World of Warcraft a few years ago because, well, if you're not familiar, they had some controversies going on. From what I hear, it's not that much better, but with the purchase of the company by Microsoft, it's at least gotten somewhat better from what I understand. And I do enjoy the game, and I have missed it. So I play it again, but in that interim, I started streaming my writing instead of streaming gaming, and I found that it was a nice, honestly, it was a nice motivator. It led me to logging on to my, my writing platform and getting words typed out. Especially this year, for whatever reason, I cannot seem to drive myself to type when it's a weekend, and my weekends are when my husband has his days off work. So it's difficult for me to just bang out some words. I wrote maybe 3 sentences over this past weekend. So streaming my writing helps me to stay consistent with my writing, I found. And I know it's probably not exactly the healthiest thing, but it is what works for me. And so I do my novel writing while also generating revenue for charity. And so that's why you'll often see, me talking about running ads and things like that. Hold on, I need to react to this. All right. So that's why I do what I do. You'll have ads run there's an ad for Twitch anyway, coming up in about 20-ish minutes. I'll give you guys a heads up if I see it when it's about to come. Basically like a 5-minute warning-ish. There's going to be 1 minute of ads for every hour, although when I take my lunch break, because I'm not there's nothing to really interrupt, I do 3 minutes of ads, and then that way it defers ads for a couple hours there too. So it's kind of like a win-win situation there. And I think, there's other things to talk about, like the rewards for donating bits or for following and hitting milestones. That's all in the scroll below. There's also point redemptions. That's all in the scroll below. I don't really have anything else that I want to comment on, or rather that I can think to comment on, to be quite honest. So what I want to do, let's get Stream Readers set up so that we can get that ball rolling. And then I will. Oh yeah, because the self-study that I'm doing is paid. I don't feel comfortable streaming it or anything. I don't even feel comfortable talking out loud about myself to it. So I will be muted while I work on it. I'll throw up the distracted sign if needed. But first, let's do the Stream Raiders, and then we will. Mod retry token. Oh, you have to be logged in for them to refresh. That's so sad. Alright, so what quests we have? Take down 10 pawns, take down 10 tabletop units, equip a skin to one of your units, champagne battles, flag bearers, earn all the gold. I think I can do that. And then place 1 captive unit in duels. Well, see, the problem with duels is you need to have somebody to duel with, and I don't quite have that. Yeah. I don't feel comfortable with that. Do I want to do dungeons? Maybe we'll do this, and then when we run out of retro tokens, then we'll go ahead and jump to dungeons. So let's try it. And who knows, maybe we'll get, we didn't get very many assistants last time we played, so maybe we'll get some more today. Alright, we're gonna start the battle. Alright, my vampire guy is the best. Let's see, the thing is, they gotta kill these guys. And they wear them out quickly. Alright, thanks for helping out. Okay, and I'm gonna set my timer, my little wristwatch thingy, for 29 minutes. Now the problem is to remember to reset it every set. But, you know, okay. And now I minimize you. Okay. Alright, and now I am going to go ahead and work on that self-study. I am going to put myself into distracted mode so that you guys know that I will not be talking and or typing. I'm going to actually put up the notice too real quick, just because I worry. So I'm just going to pin that message and pin that message. Manually unpin. Okay. Okay, so you're pinned. You're pinned. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to mute myself and and we will get to writing. that didn't take that long, and I practically aced it on the first try, so awesome me, yay. So we're not distracted currently. Okay. Now let's check you. 9 minutes. Oh, hey, we have a buddy. Cool beans. Oh, the washer's complete. I just took myself off of distracted. Alright, so yeah, while we're still kind of in transition-y mode, I'm gonna put myself back into distracted. Sorry. And I'm gonna go move my laundry real quick, and then we'll get to writing. We'll check out the polls, get to writing. I had an idea strike me over the weekend that I want to talk to y'all about, but we'll get there when we get there. Let me take care of my personal stuff real quick first. Be right back. Oh, it's still mad at me. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. And now we can go ahead and get to writing. I just pop my butt in the chair. Laundry is good for about an hour or so. So he got me for about an hour or so. Alright. Yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of distracted right now. I mean, beyond the tiredness, it's just some stuff happened yesterday and earlier this week, and it really impacted the household. And this is just honestly a weird week for me. Like, I got my writing done, yay, but it's... yeah. Anyway, I'm getting my writing set up. Oh, excuse me. I did grab a quick drink of water while I was out there, so... I have my water here with me too, but... I'm like a fish. If I see water, I gotta drink it. Alright, so... let's take a look at the polls. Alright, let me go away and come back. Okay, community tab. 64 subscribers. Cool, we're one away from a camera shot, or a camera stream. Alright. Poll is now closed. I feel the need to say that in the polls now, because after last week, somebody voted even after the polls were not closed, so, or even after I said, you know, the poll ends this date, or this day. I didn't have dates then either, but I have dates now, and I'm going to say polls now closed. And we've got some ties. Alright, give me one sec though, it is time for Stream Raiders, so we'll distract ourselves with this for a second, and... oh, we got 12 seconds. It's fine though, it's fine. Alright. And we are going to curse... no, we're going to give ourselves haste because there's two of us. And we gotta move around. Go! Boom! Yay! I like how his little vampire is using me as a shield. Can I see what level this guy is? Oh, 30! Nice! Nice! Thank you, Bob Gamer Fleet. Woohoo! Let's open it! Alright, we are... I mean, if it wasn't for the viewer... So we're gonna pick the winner. Obviously it's him. Confirm. Grant. Back to map. Okay. Well, we don't need to worry about the retry token. Oh, what's this? Sometimes you don't know. Oh, which one do we want, guys? Do we want random? Or do we want 2-star? I mean, the last one was 2-star too, wasn't it? So... let's go random. Okay. So it's the one that's either or. Oh. Okay, so we got the 3 guys here. I'm gonna go with the Archer. Of course, Mr. McArcher can't. We're going to go ahead. Yeah, we're just going to go here. And thanks for helping out. Here, we're going to go ahead and do some battle planning too. So we're just going to vibe. This way and this way. Alright, let's see how that goes. Let me set up my wristwatch for another 29 minutes, and we go. Alright, minimize, and now we are going to go to the writing. Give me 1 sec to get that set up. I'm encoding too much right instead of hitting enter, I hit F5. Alright, but now we are writing. Okay, cool. Okay, so last we left off, and the scene hasn't really much changed. Vanessa and Sylvia got into an argument. Sylvia was upset that Vanessa didn't tell her that she was planning on getting a ride home from her boyfriend, which is actually kind of a big deal for Vanessa. And Vanessa's like, I don't have to tell you everything, and they got into a spat. They resolved it actually relatively quickly, but it feels like it took longer to resolve this one than it did their first issue a few chapters ago. So, like, my timing on this is just weird. And I actually, I was going to go over the poll results. Sorry. Anyway, so we'll go off the synopsis first. So last we left off, they were, they're reconciling now. And they're reconciling. Sylvia they're both high school seniors. Sylvia is easily distracted and it's severely impacted a lot of her life because of it. Internally, she's basically neurospicy, like ADHD. And Vanessa might have some of that, but she's also, she's really sick. I think I described it as cancer earlier, but I'm not settled on that. They thought it was resolved, and it isn't. She's had basically a recursion. And she's refusing treatment until after graduation because of how sick she was previously. She had gone through basically most of her high school career. And a lot of people are like, well, not a lot of people, me in my head, and I'm like, people will be like, so she may have missed 2 years because of this, but what about, her junior year or her freshman year? Well, not all schools have ninth grade in them. I went to a school that had 10th through 12th. So that could be the school where Vanessa was originally, where she went through middle school or junior high school, which is 7th through 9th, and then went to this school, which is 9th through 12th. But either way, I have to work on timelines and things like that when we get to editing. That's a factor. I think even the friendship timeline is a little too condensed in this. It needs to be spread out through the year, because I feel like that just makes it feel more real in that case. Like, maybe at the start of the year they weren't friends, but then, like, maybe around Thanksgiving time they became friends. Anyway, that's just some editing notes out loud. I even have an idea for the ending, sort of, but I'm going to keep that to myself, because depending on how you guys vote, it could impact things. So speaking of votes, let's take a look at the polls. I'm not sharing my screen, but it is under the community tab on my YouTube. I don't delete things just because I like transparency. So, the curse poll, there were 2 votes. It's basically tied between clean, like shoot and darn, or dirty with shit and damn. And I had an informal poll among my friends. Most of them are full dirty, but one was like half and half. Like depends on how I feel. Like sometimes I'll do clean, sometimes I'll do dirty. So I think most people are just full dirty then, which is fair. But everybody is different, so maybe I'll run a RNG or run a poll to see how Sylvia does things. I am basing a bunch of her on me though, so that's also my semi-excuse. I'm gonna do this real quick. Hold on, it's because it's noon, I'm just refreshing something on my browser. Cool. Alright, so back to the poll results. So that was the curse word poll. Second is the weekend character poll. Basically, choose a character. I'm like, how do you want us to do things? And in the poll I said, will Vanessa survive her aggressive cancer and start a stream, today, and is closed now. It was tied among those results, yes and no, and we did also have a no in YouTube last week. I think, it's obviously leaning toward no, but I think I'm going to, and I said this last week too, I might do this like periodically throughout, seeing if people, if moods change. For me, I'm honestly wanting to leave it ambiguous. Does she die, yes or no? There was one point where I'm like, maybe I'll have her and the boyfriend die in a car crash. Just completely subvert things. But that's neither here nor there. But that is, even though it's tied in the YouTube polls, it's kind of still up in the air. We're going to have more polls in the future. By the way, I haven't gotten around to finding a poll that works well for both channels, so I think moving forward when I do polls, they'll be straw polls. I might actually create an account with that site so that I have, because I guess I'll be using them for this latest half of the month. Let's see, and then the weekend impact poll, so Twitch viewers can impact the story by donating bits, but because YouTube viewers don't have that luxury, and because I do want people to give input, during my weekends I put up an impact poll, and it's all basically the same thing from the menu of the Twitch stuff, but I only have 4 options, so just go down 4 and yeet whatever was voted last time. Nothing was voted last time, so we have the same options as last time. But here they were introduced a new important character, no votes there. Main character, Sylvia, decides to do something opposite of current. We had 2 votes there. Switch character, currently Sylvia, 2 votes there. And then switch genre, currently young adult, no votes there. So we currently have a tie between make Sylvia change her mind, and which sucks because we are currently in a reconciliation point of the story, but sometimes words matter, so maybe somebody will have a slip of the tongue. Or we can switch character, currently Sylvia. So because this is tied, we are going to have a runoff vote, if you will, and create a poll, no sign up required. Okay, so I'm creating a straw poll real quick. Okay. Tiebreaker. How shall the story be impacted this week? Okay, we only have 2 options because those are tied. Oh, don't need it. I've been coding too much. So, oh my, half my things are capitalized. Decides I can just copy and paste. What am I doing? Saving me so much trouble. Switch character, currently Sylvia. Alright, so let's see. We don't want it multiple choice. Oh yeah, it is multiple choice. Sorry, I was thinking multiple answer. I do not want selection multiple options. No. Do I want... No. 1 vote per IP address. Yes. I'm not going to use CAPTCHA. Close poll on scheduled date. Ooh, I like that. Results visibility. Edit vote permissions. Wait. Own votes only. Because, I mean, if you accidentally click the wrong thing and you want to change it, then by all means. So close poll on scheduled date. I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing. That's fine by me. Allow comments. Yeah, I like commentary. What's this? Paste answers. Oh, nice. A hide share button. We don't need to share it. Custom design. I bet I need an account for that. Oh, I don't need an account? What the heck? Ooh, I don't like that. Ooh, I like that. That matches my theme. Cyberpunk. Okay. No header, no header. I think we'll go with that one. Save. Alright, we're going to create the poll. My admin rights are only temporary. Claim permanent by creating a free account. Okay, cool. Alright. Okay, y'all. So... I have to comment on something. Or do I? No, I don't want to. That'll just do for something else. I clicked on this accidentally. Okay, here we go. No! I didn't mean to do it that way. That's not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to go. Forgive me, I'm going to do this again. Chat will be spammed. I apologize, or do I? Alright, so... Alright. Try this again. This way, because this way I can pin it. That's what I want to do. Alright. So let's get you pinned. Sorry again. Okay, we're going to do 30 minutes. No, we're just going to manually take it down. Okay, so you're pinned. Make sure you're... Alright, cool. And I hate to do this, guys, but I am going to step away again for a quick minute. Basically, this is going to end when I've got like 5 votes, just randomly. Okay, anyway, I will be right back. about that. I probably should have put up the other screen. Okay, cheap view. Yeah, no. Let's see. No, it's not good to see you. I don't. Yeah. It's good to know how you try to get past my blockers, though. It's really good to know. I'm trying to decide if I want to time you out, ban you, or just flat out ignore you. If I ignore you, it's just going to be for me. But if I time you out, or ban you, I'm pretty sure both of those delete your messages. And I'm pretty sure you're a bot, so timing you out won't really do much for you. I don't want to have my ban list filled with bots either. I want to time you out. This is your first warning. If you do this again, you are going to be banned. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Sorry about that again, guys. That step away. Looks like there are no votes yet. So we're going to go ahead and take myself off of distracted. And now we'll actually get back to the window with the story in it. So we're going to, I'm just going to read the last half page of text that I have. She could almost picture Vanessa shrugging on the other end. Why not? Anyway, I had no idea what would happen if I sent a text. If you're going to ignore it, or if it might have a mood swing or something and get mad at you before you reply. I don't know. Mood swing? You know. Oh. So anyway, I figured I'd call and try my chances. I'm going to say take my chances. It worked out. Yeah, it did. What about your parents and your bed rest? You sound awfully tired, Sylvia pointed out. I am pretty sleepy, Vanessa admitted. But my parents stepped outside to stargaze or something, so I figured I'd take the opportunity to call. Well, thanks for calling, Sylvia said, feeling genuinely grateful. Yeah, no problem. Hey, how's your hand? Still hurts. Vanessa said nothing for a few moments and then said, I know you've been asking around for people's notes for studying. If you want, I can copy my notes to send to you, she offered. And here we are. That's the last line that I wrote over the weekend. That would be great, Sylvia said, a grin spreading across her face. Thank you. Of course, Vanessa replied. Sylvia could almost hear the grin on her friend's face as well. Oh, sorry, I got that thing with that hang up. Alright, so I just edited a line. I can copy my notes to send to you, she offered slowly. Sylvia wasn't sure why she was being so slow to offer it. Yeah. That'll be great, it said. A grin spinning across her face despite her initial concern about the offer. Thank you. Of course, Vanessa replied. Sylvia, that's what friends are for. Oh, there we go. I heard you had offered to pay someone. I heard you had offered to pay someone for their notes. Now you don't need to. That is, if you hadn't already paid them. I haven't given anybody any money yet. No. Sylvia confirmed. If you want, I don't need any payment. Vanessa was quick to deny that offer. Are you sure? Sylvia asked. It's not a lot, but it's still money. Sylvia, what do I need with money? The question seemed to come out of nowhere, and both girls went silent for an extended period of time as they both contemplated what the question meant. Vanessa's hushed voice came back over the phone to end the silence. My parents are coming back in now. I'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Sylvia replied as the call ended in her ear. In her ear, not her here. She exhaled and looked at the phone in her hand, a picture of her friend, and the amount of time they had spent talking left on the display as a record of the conversation. Vanessa. What was their last name? I think this is like the third time I've forgotten what Vanessa's family's last name was. Fletcher? I think it was Fletcher. Alright, so it's like maybe 5 minutes. We'll say less than 5 minutes. I'll time it out and actually edit it when it's time for editing, because that's what editing is for. So I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to take a look at the Twitch, how long I've been streaming, not through Twitch, but through the OBS dashboard. 1 hour, 17 minutes, 25 seconds. Alright, can you believe I've only been streaming for an hour and I'm just now getting started writing? Again, the co-working wasn't even that long, I've just been so babbly, blah 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 blah. Alright, so anyway, it's 17, so 4 minutes and 17 seconds. It wasn't a long call by any stretch. It wasn't a long call by that measure, but it still felt like their short conversation lasted for at least an hour. Oh, type was because of those moments of silence. Okay, let's go to Stream Raiders. See what's what. Yay, we got assistance. Alright, so we are going to haste. And we are going to start. What is that unit? It's a warrior, okay. I died! I'm not going to say that full name out loud, but... Oh, thank you, Sam! Open Captain Chest. Alright, cool. Grant rewards. Grats Sam. Back to map. Alright, collect. And collect. Alright, let's boost the army. The archer, yes. And the lancer. Yes. Oh, and again. And again. How many lancer? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. And so now we got this 2-star and this a bajillion star. And I know I'm not strong enough to handle a bajillion star, at least on my own. I don't get help, so we are going to be loyalty token chest. That's just a gold chest. We're going to go this way. We're going to go to the 2-star. Okay, a royal fort with archers and cavalry at the ready. Oh, goody. Let's start the battle. Okay, so we got these guys. Oh goody, my vampire is ready again. It says cavalry, but I don't see cavalry. So we're just gonna start here. Okay. And we're going to, I'm just gonna take a look at the options again. Thanks for helping out. What else do we have? No more epics. Why do they want, not want, anyway, no, don't, I mean, I wouldn't mind letting people just check my stream, but I don't feel like they need to. Chest next, loyalty chest. Okay, yep. I think thanks for helping out will be enough. Loyalty chest will be the green one, I think, so I'll post that in a second, but... Or... we'll get to that one. Anyway, let's set the timer. Let's go. Alright, back to writing. She exhaled and looked at the phone in her hand, a picture of her friend, and the amount of time that Vanessa Fletcher for 4 minutes and 17 seconds. It wasn't a long call by that measure, but it still felt like their short conversation lasted for an hour. Sylvia closed her eyes and reflected on that last moment of silence. Vanessa had been quick to point out that money was nothing for her. It wasn't that she or her family were rich, although they were doctors. Although her dad was a doctor. It wasn't that she or her family were rich, although her dad was a doctor. It was that Vanessa seemed certain that she would not survive this latest. I don't want to talk about it. Like, this is me, I don't want to talk about it. Not that I don't want to write it. I just don't want to talk about it. I mean, technically don't want to write it either. Sylvia closed her eyes and reflected on the last moment of silence. Vanessa had been quick to point out that money was nothing for her. It wasn't that she and her family were rich, although her dad was a doctor, so Vanessa seemed certain that she would not survive the... seemed certain that she had no use for it. Sylvia... Nope, we're gonna go with a young blonde woman, because let's word fluff all we can, right? Young blonde woman set the phone down on the bed between her legs, because I'm pretty sure I had her sitting on the bed. Set the phone down on the bed between her legs and just stared at the screen for a long time, as she recalled Vanessa's details that had come up in their friendship. As she recalled the details about Vanessa that had come up in their friendship that should have clued her into her situation before it came out a few months ago. Vanessa didn't try. It wasn't because she didn't want to nor need to. It was because when most other kids their age were getting their permits and licenses, Vanessa was likely undergoing treatment and had no wherewithal, and had no ability, and quite possibly no energy to get behind any sort of vehicular wheel. Alright, Twitch viewers, this is your 5-minute-ish warning. There's an ad starting in about 4 or 5 minutes. Okay. Vanessa didn't try it. It wasn't because she didn't want to nor need to. It was because when most of the kids were getting their permits and licenses, Vanessa was likely undergoing treatment and no ability and quite possibly no energy to get behind any sort of vehicular wheel. Vanessa quoted her father as a source of knowing. Vanessa knew a lot of, honestly, yeah, I'll just talk that out through in the text. Vanessa knew a lot of details about medical things. That wasn't too terribly uncommon, especially among students who were interested in the medical field. One of Sylvia's friends wanted to be a nurse. One of Sylvia's other friends wanted to be a nurse and would often spout how bad the food in the cafeteria was. Of course, Vanessa's father was also a doctor. So, and she did quote cite him as being a source of her knowledge. Still, Sylvia surmised a good portion of Vanessa's medical knowledge also came from her time. Still, a good portion of this medical also came from her time within the hospital system as well. It would make sense that spending so much time in a hospital would make her aware of various ailments that could land a person in the hospital, or at least treatments that could be performed while there. Alright, let's see what else. Vanessa didn't have a job. No, we're going to do, Vanessa didn't do extracurricular activities. Right now, it was obvious that she wouldn't be able to do them simply because she was on the doctor-ordered bed rest. That she wouldn't be able to do them simply because she was on the doctor-ordered bed rest. A regimen of rest. Still, nope, I said still, last paragraph. But before that, yeah, I don't like the word but starting a sentence, but we're going to keep it here for word fluff. But before that, she just went home. Sylvia knew that Sylvia never questioned it, because she also didn't do extracurricular activities, because she didn't do, also did, give me a sec, I've gotta hit a button. Sylvia never questioned because she also didn't do extracurricular activities, but now that she was thinking about the situation more, Vanessa was a bubbly, outgoing person. It didn't make sense for her to not try to be involved in some sort of activity. Sure, Celia could chalk it up to nerves and being the new girl, but that didn't seem like Vanessa at all. That didn't seem like Vanessa. No, Sylvia once again surmised. Sylvia once again reasoned. The more likely explanation was that Vanessa was simply not feeling up to the task of an after-school activity on a regular basis, even if she had the energy. This one I feel like is just an assumption on Sylvia's part. It is probably Vanessa basically feeling like the outsider in this case. Okay. Where was I? And lastly, Vanessa didn't have or talk about getting. Oh, a lot like the extracurricular activities. And Vanessa, like Sylvia, also didn't have a job. For Sylvia's part, it wasn't due to lack of trying, but she never saw Vanessa, but she never heard Vanessa talk about her own attempts at job hunting. Sylvia wasn't too worried about the job hunt, at least not until summer rolled around. Summer came around, so she probably assumed that Vanessa was the same way. After today's discussion, though, that made Sylvia realize one more important aspect regarding Vanessa's nature and personality. Vanessa never seemed to plan for the future. She was a good student. Alright, let's see if we can avoid that moving forward. Okay, where was I? Vanessa never seemed to plan for the future. She was a good student, so it was assumed by everyone, including Sylvia, that she was planning going to college with her good grades and go somewhere with them. Oh, I did it again. I just caught that on my little screen here. Okay. Vanessa never seemed to plan for the future. She was a good student, so it was assumed by everyone, including Sylvia, that she was planning on going to college with good grades and go somewhere with them. Sylvia recalled the painting of the day in the park that she gave to Vanessa, which almost made the girl seem, which almost made her friend become sad. No, that she gave to Vanessa. No, let's rework that. Recalled the reaction Vanessa had when she gifted her the park painting. Vanessa seemed sad and said something that piqued Sylvia's attention. Sylvia didn't recall what exactly was said, but now that she was thinking back, it seemed to align with the fact that for Vanessa, no tomorrow was ever promised. As the screen on the phone between Sylvia's legs faded to black, Sylvia had to wonder to herself, Sylvia, tried to piece together Vanessa's timeline. Vanessa had been ill for, Vanessa's cancer had a recurrence this spring. She was noted as being in remission last year during summer at some point. Vanessa's cancer had a recurrence this spring. She was noted as being in remission last year during summer at some point. Excuse me. Before that, Sylvia wasn't sure how long her friend had been battling the cancer. She assumed it was probably for close to 2 years, considering how how Vanessa's mother and Vanessa. What did Vanessa's mother say? Oh, we can go back to edit. We'll just leave this as word fluff for now. Vanessa had spoken about how rough her initial fight with the disease had been. We're going to come up here. Practically every paragraph on this page starts with Vanessa. Okay, but we're going to do this. There we go. Okay, so considering how Vanessa's and how badly Vanessa wanted this year of excuse me, of high school to be as normal as possible. Like, in my brain, the cancer is there. Yes, it sucks. But I feel like Vanessa's had something else going on with her body. Probably some sort of, we'll just say like maybe a protein disorder where proteins aren't kicking in or something. All right. I'm going to need to step away in a minute or two. Actually, I'm just going to wait till I get another notice that the washer is complete, and then I'll... no. I'm going to step away. I'm going to just double check. I'm going to step away real quick. Move my laundry. And then we're going to do this Stream Raiders when it comes up, and then one more Stream Raiders, and then we're going to break for lunch. So that's the plan. So I will be right back. I know I've been distracted a lot today, guys, but at least I'm not tired. I haven't hit a wall yet, so there is that. But be right back. I'll grab my water so I can refill it while we wait. I didn't remember. I'll be right back again. My watcher. Alright. So I was moving my laundry. Sort of. I was restarting the dryer. And I was thinking about a story that I read when I was like 13, called Glass Slippers Give You Blisters. It's kind of like young adult. I think it's young adult before young adult had like all of its subgenres. But it's basically like, let me take off the distracted flag. But it's like, I don't know if she was a high schooler. I think she started high school. So I think it would be more like a middle-age book instead of young adult. But anyway. And she's like an artist. She reveres her grandma, who's also an artist. Her mom's more practical. And she gets into this school play of Cinderella, or she wants to do Cinderella. I think she auditioned for the role. She didn't get it. And I think one of her friends got the role of Cinderella. And I'm trying to recall this. This was like a couple decades ago that I read this, and I haven't read it since. But there's like a few key moments that I'm recalling here. And I might be procrastinating a little bit, but that's fine. Let's see. So she joins the set crew, basically. And she's like, okay, I can use my art that I learned from my grandma to help paint the set. But the set director, like the lead tech crew person, is like a senior. She's like a fancy senior, and I just remember the line being like, even in her clothes designed for set work, she looked like a supermodel. I'm like, okay, get it, girl. Like I at the time I thought it was like a dig at the senior, and it was probably supposed to be. But I mean, like, if you can look like a supermodel while you're wearing clothes designed for painting, I mean, get it. And then the rest of the story, like there's a scene where the girl uses like her grandmom's like an art technique that she learned, like I guess a Monet art technique, where if it's up close it looks ugly, but like when it's from far away it looks gorgeous. But then like the art director comes and sees it like up close instead of from far away, and it's like, oh, that's awful. And she paints over it. I don't recall exactly what happens with that arc. Her grandmother has a heart attack. No, not a heart attack, a stroke. And then there's issues with that. And like I think her grandmother said this like 1/3 into the story when she was upset that she didn't get the role of Cinderella, but she's like, glass slippers give you blisters. It's basically a story about, sometimes shit happens, but you gotta go with it. And I also remember, I don't recall exactly how it goes. I'm going to try not to misrepresent, but the night of the play comes along, and the main, her friend who got the role of Cinderella is like breaking down in tears because she's got stage fright, and I don't remember what the main character said to her, but you know, it helped her, and like the show was a success. And so I don't know exactly why I started thinking about it. I mean, probably because I'm wearing my PJs and I'm like, maybe I look fabulous. I know I don't look fabulous. My hair is wet, it's tied back. Well, it's actually pulled back into a bun and pinned together. I'm wearing a shaggy cardigan, and I'm wearing like gray PJs. I'm comfortable, for sure. I'm like, maybe I look like a supermodel. I think that's where I got to that line of thinking. Anyway, that tangent aside, let's see how much we got left on. Oh, it's time to go check out Stream Raiders. I know I keep saying Steam Raiders. All right. Oh, this person really likes helping me. I'm going to like buff his people, and we're going to start battle. Thank you so much, Sam, for the assistance. I like that lizard. Woo! I mean, if he's gonna assist me like that. Alright. Yes, grant rewards. Okay. So now we can go to the gold chest, which is rare scrolls or 10 plus gold drops, or we can do loyalty rewards. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. It's 3 stars first. Oh, they're both 3 stars. So yeah, we're gonna do this one. Start battle. Okay, and I'm gonna place a flag bearer. We're gonna take that risk. And we're going to do loyalty chest. Alright, and we minimize. Let me set my watch. Okay. Oh, and we have a wall of text here. Okay. Alright, and we're basically going to go until this round of Stream Raiders is done, and then we're going to take lunch break. Just heads ups. Heads upsies. Vanessa's cancer had a recurrence this spring. Oh, that's right, she's going over the timeline. Recurrence this spring. She was noted as being in remission last year during summer at some point. Before that, Sylvia wasn't sure how long her friend had been battling cancer. She assumed it was probably for close to 2 years, considering how Vanessa's mother and Vanessa had spoken about how rough her initial fight with the disease had been, and how badly Vanessa wanted this year of high school to be as normal as possible. Sylvia tilted her head and thought, she's going to go talk to her mom about this. Her mom was still, I'm scrolling up, you can't see it, but I'm scrolling up. Okay, yeah. I'm rereading what I wrote last week, sorry. Vanessa. Oh, so this wasn't on the bed. what editing is for. I'm not going to go back and rewrite that stuff. But yeah, her mom. I was just checking to see where her mom was at in this scene. Her mom's class is ending soon at 6. And then she grabbed a piece of paper and a pencil so she could quickly write down a thought she had before it flittered off into the ether that most of her lost ideas and into the ether where most of her lost ideas end up. I mean, I hate that ether. It's like a giant vacuum. Where was I? How do we crunch this? Alright. I think we're ready for the next scene. I think this next scene... Let's take a look at the poll. I forgot that we have this running. Let me go to it. Alright, we still have 0 votes. So just a heads up, guys. When we get 5 votes, it will end. Alrighty. Or if it's not done by lunch, I'll do a, what's the word? Oh, I'll RNG it. Okay, anyway. Sylvia tilted her in a thought and then grabbed a piece of paper and a pencil so she could breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. This also starts on the next. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I think this next scene, like, it's going to be a round robin. It's still Sylvia's point of view, but we've got Sylvia and Vanessa. Her parents are out. It'll be later that night. Or actually, no. The next morning. Early that next morning. Next Monday morning. Sylvia was up and dressed and was sitting at the breakfast table with a bagel that was topped with too much cream cheese. Instead of eating the bagel, however, she was staring at the doorway to her parents' bedroom. Oh, and I keep forgetting her dominant... Let me go back up to the last paragraph. Then she grabbed a piece of paper and a pencil so she could or most of her. So she could quickly, though messily, to her parents' bedroom. Alright, so we're going to rewind a little bit in time. Her mother, her mother should be coming out soon to prepare for her day at work. Sylvia really wanted to speak with her yesterday after she had come home from her class, but her mother was exhausted and spent the evening resting instead of having dinner with Sylvia and her father. Nope, it's back half of the month. We're not introducing new challenges. Brain, stop it. My brain just had like, ooh, idea. No, we don't want that brain. Let's, instead of challenges, let's have resolutions. Was exhausted. Was exhausted. apologized for for not being able to answer anything for not being able to focus on Sylvia at that moment, and spent the resting in the bedroom. Sylvia had no idea what her mother was going through. And she could easily see that it was wearing her down bit by bit. She had no problems with her mother taking any necessary time to rest when she needed it. Her father seemed more concerned about the behavior, but ultimately also acknowledged that it was temporary, but ultimately through speaking out loud, came to terms with the fact that it was necessary for his wife's growth, and that it was only temporary. When the classes ended, the accelerated classes ended, Sylvia's mother would have less of a workload on her shoulders, and she would be able to relax and enjoy her time at home more. The yawns are coming. Hopefully after lunch that'll change, but also lunch might also make me sleepier. So we'll see. As reassuring as that thought was, Sylvia still ached to talk with her mom about the thought she had last night after speaking with her friend. Did her friend's parents just step outside to stargaze at 5:40? That feels like it's too early. I need to change that time. But no, because it was still before anyway. I'll probably change their activity. Excuse me. As reassuring as that thought was, Sylvia still ached to talk with her mom about the thought she had last night after speaking with her friend. Finally, the bedroom door cracked open, and Sylvia sat upright in her chair, expecting her mother to walk through. Instead, it was some stranger. No, it wasn't that. Again, we're introducing resolutions, no, not problems. Instead, her father stepped through the doorway. Instead of his usual, it's May, so, well, April, May. Instead of his usual shorts and t-shirt, he was wearing slacks, a buttoned-up shirt, he was wearing slacks and a polo shirt. He also had a button-up shirt and a blazer, overcoat, jacket, and a jacket on a hanger in his hands. Sylvia Sylvia blinked at the way her father was dressed, and her thoughts about her mother, about questioning her mother about Vanessa's history, all flew away. Instead, the first words that came out of her mouth were, "Did you get a job?" Again, like, there are moments in the story where I feel like Sylvia is not a senior in high school, but more like a freshman in high school, so I need to rework some of this, I'm sure. Did you get a job? Got those words mixed up. He blinked at his daughter, her father turned around as he turned around from closing the door and blinked at his daughter in surprise. Then he chuckled and shook his head. "Not yet, I'm afraid," was his response. "Then why do you look like you're about to get on a plane?" she asked. He'd normally dressed like this when he was about to drive to the airport. He often wore a polo to look nice. On the way there, and then, according to him, he would change in the men's room so that he looked more official, while on the actual more official when he met with his coworkers to board the actual flight. "No planes in this future," he answered, but held up his fingers that were crossed. "But wish me..." My fingers aren't as flexible as they used to be. I can't cross my fingers anymore. Like, I can get them partially crossed, but... Oh man, the yawns are real, guys. Okay. "No planes in this future," he answered, but held up his fingers that were crossed. "But wish me luck, okay?" Sylvia tilted her head, not sure what to say. "What's going on?" she asked. Yeah, this is just gonna get reworked. "I didn't tell you?" "Oh, I guess I forgot to tell you." He answered a bit sheepishly. Sorry, Sylph. "After I drop you off, I'm going to be interviewing for a position at one of downtown businesses. Downtown. I wrote download twice. I don't know what's up with me. Okay. I mean, I do. I put it in my Instagram post. I'm tired AF. But we're going to at least get through the lunch break, and we'll see how we are feeling after that, and we will make a determination then. I haven't hit a wall, so that's good. I think there were a couple times like last year where I was having trouble just like writing a full sentence. And I had to end early. Okay, I'm gonna take a peek at Stream Raiders. Yes, I am distracted. Nobody's assisting me. That makes me sad. Okay. Anyway. Oh, I guess I forgot to tell you, he answered a bit sheepishly. Sorry, Sylph. After I drop you off, I'm going to be interviewing for a position at one of the downtown businesses. Sylvia blinked and grinned. Really? That's great news. She said. She's already sitting upright. Are you still going to be a salesperson? She asked. He nodded. That's the plan. Plan anyway. Good luck, she said, giving him a thumbs up. I know you've got this. He grinned back at her. Thanks, I sure hope it works out. I'm sure it will. Yeah, me too, she said. Then she looked at the doorway just beyond her father and asked, is Mom getting ready? Now part of me wants to be like, she's going to take the day off. She's exhausted. But she wouldn't do that. Her father nodded and glanced at the doorway as well. She's not moving as fast as she's not moving as fast as she normally does, but she's still waking up. How long did you sleep last night? Sylvia asked, surprised at the news that her mother was still waking up. By her estimation, her mother had slept for nearly half a day at the... How long did you sleep last night? Oh my goodness. Okay, at least I'm writing though. I'm writing the wrong words, but I'm writing. Okay guys, the goal is to probably get like 1,000 words done today. At least. So go from 70k to 71k. Maybe even 72k. So even if I do like crash out in tiredness, I'll have the words done. And if I am tired, we'll just crank out one word at a time, because that's all it takes is one word at a time. Yes, we want the words to make sense, especially when we're going back to edit and we're like, what the heck did I write? But yeah. How long did she sleep last night? Sylvia asked, surprised at the news that her mother was still waking up. By her estimation at this point, he shrugged. His answer was a shrug. She's I think when we thought she was sleeping, she decided to study for one of the tests in her upcoming class, or in her night class. There were books. Before Celia could ask him to elaborate, he clarified, there are books on the bed when I came to bed, when I went to bed. Celia's mouth to a frown, but she nodded. Gotcha. Her mother was working hard to ensure that the family remained somewhat afloat in their current situation, and could even, her mother was already somewhat afloat in the current situation by working as the office assistant, working as an office assistant. She knew that her mother also wanted to go back into nursing, which is why she was taking those classes. She hoped. Sylvia had a feeling that her mother. I'm going to exposition this, but this will probably be something I rework into discussion later in the story, or earlier in the story. I'm going to rework this sometime in the future into a discussion in the story. Okay, where was I? Okay. I was already working hard to ensure that the family remains somewhat afloat in their current situation by working as an office assistant. She knew that her mother, which is why Celia had a feeling that her mother preferred that her father have a job before she went back to school in order to take off some of the burden. However, it was nearly half a year since he became unemployed, and Celia knew that if her mother was nothing else, it was persistent. Her mother should be leaving the bedroom in a moment or two. In the meantime, her father had set his shirt and jacket over the arm of the couch and made his way into the kitchen to get himself something to start his day with. The trek downtown from Celia's school was going to be at least half an hour. So Celia knew. See, like, this is the high-level thinking that she should be displaying instead of asking something like, did you get a job? When she knows he hasn't had, like, any interviews yet. But, again, that's right before editing. The trek downtown from Sylvia's school was going to be at least half. So Celia, like, I guess Celia is kind of smart with the math, right? This is kind of what the vibe that I'm feeling from Celia, is that she's kind of weird socially awkwardly, but she's got friends though, but she's really good with math. I mean, she's not like calculus level, but she can figure stuff out. Some stuff out. The trek downtown from Sylvia's school was going to be at least half an hour, so Sylvia knew that. He needed to get his, Sylvia knew that he would be getting his food and coffee in before they left that morning. Finally, the bedroom door opened again, and Celia's mother stepped out. She was dressed in black slacks and a sleeveless gray blouse. Beyond that, it looked like she just rolled out of bed. Her hair seemed tame, but it looked like there was no product. Her hair seemed tame, but it looked like there was no, but it looked like she had just barely run a brush through it, as it had clumps, had noticeable clumps. Oh, I've got an announcement about tomorrow's stream too, guys. Sorry. It just occurred to me that I need to let y'all know about it. But I'll let y'all know by the time regardless of when I wrap up, I'll let you guys know when I wrap up. And it is time for this. All right. Oh, hey, we got somebody helping. Thank you, Chaos Rose. Chaos Ray. All right. You get haste. Oh, there's the enemies. I probably could have cursed them, but we're going to haste our team and go. We win! Open the chest. Obviously there's one more in there, so... Woohoo! Congratulations! Oh, that gave me a bunch. Artillery scrolls, vampire scrolls, monies, ooh, meatsies. That doesn't really matter for me. No, it doesn't. I'm not allowed to. Ooh, I got a meeple mage skin. All right, so that's that. Here we are. Let's make my army better. We're not going to start the next fight though. Oh, yes, unlock, please. Thank you. I love artillery. As a viewer, artillery is one of my favorite ones to put out. I have a few different skins for artillery too that I enjoy. Just saying. Alrighty. So we're not going to start this yet. Like I said, we're going to do lunch first, and then we're going to see where we are. We are going to check the word count though, just because my brain is not wanting to operate properly. 72, all right, we hit 72K, go us. Checking the poll real quick. All right, so there's no poll results here. Did I say I was going to do something before we broke for lunch? I feel like I did all what I said I was going to do. Yay, 72K. We're like 72.2. So we're not quite halfway there from where we started. But still pretty cool. We're going to keep the poll. Oh no, right. That's what I was going to do. I want to take down the poll because we don't have any votes. So we're going to. Can I end the poll? Yeah. Alright, I'm snoozing and okay, so yeah, I'm just going to end the poll. So none of y'all saw that. Ha ha ha. But yeah, and so if y'all go to the poll after this is done, I'm not deleting the link. So if you guys like are watching on VOD or replay, and then go to the link, it's not, I'm not going to look at this ever again. There's no votes as of this moment right now in history. So we're unpinning the message. It's 0-0. So what we're going to do is, let me. So we're going to just do a roll off. So roll 1 through 3 is change decision. I'm just abbreviating the results or the thingies. 1 through 3, change decision. 4 through 8, switch POV, and then we'll have to have another vote for which POV we're changing to. But at least we got 3 options that we're going to do from that. And at least I feel like POV, even if it doesn't stick to the end result because of how much we've already written, I feel like it's a good idea to at least get a context for the character and the situation. So, all right, we're changing POV. So after the break, I will put up a poll where we will set the POVs. We can switch to Vanessa, Sylvia's dad, or Sylvia's mom. All right, but for now, I'm going to go take my lunch break. See how I'm feeling after lunch. We got a couple chores to do too. When I go to lunch for my Twitch viewers, there will be a 3-minute ad run so that we're going to get rid of a bunch of the later ads later on in the stream if I don't crash early. But yeah, let me set things up real quick, and I will see y'all in about 30-ish minutes. So about 2:30. We'll say 2:30. Need extra time for those chores. And hey, I may even come back earlier than 2:30. Alright, when we come back, we'll put up the poll. Alright, there. Alright, so the pin is up on both sides. Alright, I will see y'all in about 40 minutes. Later. Welcome back from lunch. I hope you guys enjoyed your lunch. I had leftover curry. It was delicious. Let me know what you guys had. In the meantime, let me go ahead and unpin the lunch messages. I am also feeling it right now. I just spent like the last 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes running back and forth and basically finishing up chores that I completely forgot to do. I'm like, I should do this before I forget again. And then of course, because I'm feeling the sleeps, it's how to put this? It took me more than one try to get a few things done. So that was great. And great is intended completely with sarcasm. But it's fine. And that's not sarcasm. I'm just checking a couple of other spots real quick. Just making sure I didn't miss anything important while I was on lunch. Alright, chat was nice and relaxed. Didn't miss any emails. Nothing. Doesn't seem like anything important on Discord. Let me just double check a couple more things. Alien news. Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it, guys. And I know y'all heard me before lunch that I was yawning. I don't know. Well, of course, now I'm talking about yawning. I'm probably going to yawn. Well, we'll see how far we can get. Let's go ahead and do a quick stream readers thing. Okay, got 3 retry tokens again. Woohoo! I'm caught up there. I'm literally just staring at the screen we'll basically reevaluate how I feel after every round of Stream Raiders. I think that's fair. Let's get this set up, and then we'll set up another straw poll about whose viewpoint we're going to change to. The viewership is really low today, so I might just leave that up overnight or until we get five votes. Or at least a minimum of 5 votes, we'll say. So 5 votes or start stream tomorrow, whichever happens first. Let's go ahead and get into here though. Oh, I hate this one, but that's fine. Okay, so we got, where's the turrets? Here, 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 and here. So we're gonna start like here-ish, I wanna say. Okay. Don't know who's gonna be supporting me, so I'm just gonna come here. Alright. Thanks for helping out, and minimize. Of course, I'm doing this, I'm like, wasn't there, like, now that I downloaded the app, I'm like, isn't there a mobile version too? But that's just neither here nor there, I suppose. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and create another straw poll. Straw poll! You know what? I'm going to create an account. Yeah, I'm going to sign up. Let's create an account. Do I want this to be... Yeah, this is free, so I'm just going to put this under a different email. Oh, Strawpoll's website uses Microsoft integration. SAML seems to be the easy way to go, but I don't know. Everybody seems to enjoy using SAML or, you know, linked authentication. But what happens if, like, I don't know, you're using Facebook, then you decide that you need a Facebook break for a bit, and then a year later you're like, oh, let me sign in using my Facebook. Why not? No. Email must be confirmed to activate the account, of course. Of course, of course. Let's test the refresh. Activate. Oh, it added the poll that I just created to this too. Probably because it's IP linked. So I like it. Limits and usage. Okay, what is this? Offers most of all features, but as are displayed. I can respect that. I don't do that. That's fine. Sorry, I'm enjoying looking at the stuff. Okay. Alright, so we are creating a poll. New POV. Who shall it be? Nope. Vanessa, which I feel like is the most likely. Celia's mom or Celia's dad. And this one I am going to let people have multiple options. Well, I mean, if you don't care, don't vote, but... Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, wait. No, I'm gonna keep the poll open. Nobody can edit poll permissions, allow comments. Yeah, we'll allow comments. Somebody might have a really good comment to make, and I want to hear it. Because this is a community story. Create poll. Alright, grabbing the link. Link doodle. Alright, now let's put this in chat. Alright. Poll, who shall be our next POV? Alright, I did it this way so that I can pin it. And again, we're going to end when we have 5 votes, or tomorrow at start of stream, depending on which happens first. Obviously, if we end today's stream and we don't have a clear winner, then I'll put something in the Instagram and YouTube communities. And Discord. Because with this straw poll link, I can post this anywhere, and yeah. Alright, show results. I'm not voting, I'm staying out of the vote. I am abstaining, as it were. Alright, now back to the story. Oh, I didn't start my timer, shoot. Okay, we'll just check back periodically then. Okay, 24, I'm just taking a look at the clock over here. 37, okay. Okay, let's see. Finally, the bedroom door opened again and Sylvia's mother stepped out. She was dressed in black slacks and a sleeveless gray blouse. Beyond that, it looked like she just rolled out of bed. Her hair seemed tame, but it looked like she had just barely run a brush through it, as it had noticeable, I don't want to say the word clumps, as it looked more like it was patted down than thoroughly brushed through. Her face, normally alert, I don't think I want to say that. Her face, although it was normally no, I want to say her head. Her head, although it was normally tilted high with alert eyes, was drooping downward with eyes to match. Wow, down lowered. I meant it in your word. Can I interest you in some coffee? Sylvia heard her dad ask from the kitchen. Her mother mumbled something in response and shambled. I'm using this word because I heard it on a podcast earlier and they were making fun of that word, so I'm using this word. Her mother mumbled something in response and shambled from the bedroom door to the kitchen. I'm sorry, what was that? I don't speak Mongolese. Her dad teased. I'm gonna have to... There we go. To wake up. Sylvia's mother said said grumpily. How did you sleep last night? Once again, Celia's mother provided an incomprehensible utterance before clearing her throat and answering. And I'm kind of totally projecting here. I couldn't get my brain to stop thinking. You seemed pretty asleep when I joined you, he pointed out. I'm looking up something real quick. It may or may not have anything to do with the story. Sorry, something crossed my mind and I had to look it up. I can't really tell you guys what it is, but just know that research is being done on something. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the story. You seemed pretty asleep when I joined you, he pointed out. Maybe a few times. Her mother replied, her voice flat and tired. Her voice flat and obviously lacking any energy. Obviously. Celia leaned back in her seat as she overheard a conversation in the kitchen. With her mom acting like this, she wasn't sure if she wanted to get her opinion. With her mom acting like this, she wasn't sure if she wanted to get her opinion now. Maybe after work, if she was more awake. I don't know if I can finish, guys. My brain is, like, I'm writing, and that's good, but I'm having troubles, like, I don't know. Like I said, we'll figure this out after the String Raiders thing. So I might hit my stride in the next 9 minutes. Maybe after work if she was more awake. And of course we're talking about a sleepy character here, so I'm obviously relating. Maybe after work if she was more awake, then Celia would then. That is, as long as she didn't have class. Mom? Celia asked from her spot at the breakfast table. What is it, sweetie? Her mother's voice became slightly more energetic at that moment. And at that moment, as she peered around the wall that divided the kitchen from the breakfast area. Do you have another class tonight? Her mother's expression sank, but she nodded. Yes. Tonight's just a test, so I'll be able to get the test done, and come home, hopefully before you two are in bed. Man, guys, I am sorry. I'm able to get spurts in, so that's a good sign, right? I don't even know how I want Sylvia to react to this. Sylvia nodded. Okay. There was something you wanted to ask, right? Her mother asked, recalling Sylvia trying to intercept her the night previous. Yeah. She was almost tempted to lie and deny that she had any questions. However, she knew through many that makes her older than she is. However, she knew that if she didn't ask when she could, she'd never know the answer. Wait, my phone just... Oh, I got an email from something. I'll check it in a minute. She was almost tempted to lie and deny that she had any questions. However, she knew that if she didn't ask when she could, she'd probably lose the sheet of paper she wrote her question on, and would forget, and would probably never know the answer. Never know the answer. Real quick. Alright. Oh, that's probably a straw poll email, yeah. Never mind. No surprises there. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Roaming partner manager. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, sorry. You guys know me. Easily distracted, as always. Okay. She was almost tempted to lie and deny that she had any questions. However, she knew that if she didn't ask when she could, she'd probably lose the sheet of paper she wrote a question on it, but forget and probably never know the answer. On the other hand, as long as she thought of Vanessa, the question probably wouldn't go away that easily. Probably. Sylvia was determined that, at least in this case, probably was not going to be good, and probably was not a risk she wanted to take. Oh, that music is loud. Hold on, let me turn that down. It's loud in my ears, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, my headset's not boosted, so it is. I'm just going to turn you down a little bit. The other music didn't bother me, but this one does for some reason. Okay, let me know how that is for you guys. Okay, oh my god. think I did that backwards. Let me check Stream Raiders. 10 minutes, okay. So when this clock says 45, okay. I have a couple of different clocks on my dashboard. Okay, anyway. Sylvia was determined that, at least in this case, probably was not a risk she wanted to take when it came to this question. Oh. I made a pot of coffee earlier and it smelled so good, and I had a couple cups hoping it would work. It did not work. Still smelled good though. I'm sorry, I know I'm drifting. Okay, might be. Let's try next. There was Sylvia confirmed, but I think I want to add, when you got some time to sit down and talk me through some questions. Your mother blinked. How much time do you need? Sylvia shrugged. I don't know. I had a couple of things pop into my head last night and I couldn't get them out of my mind. I wrote it down, but I might have follow-up questions. And since it's related to medical stuff, I think you'd be the best person to turn to.
To get started in data
Really?
previous experience or a degree. The Google Data
Healing me! I'm disappointed in you if it's not healing me. I know most companies can turn off monetization like that. I think, pretty sure. If Google/YouTube decided against, to put things into videos that the creators say that they don't want monetized, then I have a big disappointed face right now. But I'm not on that side of the fence yet, so I don't know. Anyway, let us go live. Or let us unmute now that the ad is off. Because, the ads are definitely... not, something that, if I was a creator like this, I would not want ads to jump in like that. That's antithesis. Anyway, that was my soapbox. Where was I? Sylvia shrugged. I don't know. I had a couple things pop into my head last night and I couldn't get them out of my mind. I wrote it down, but I might have some follow-up questions since this is really, I think you'd be the best person to turn to. But... Sylvia took a breath before continuing. But I know that you're super busy, and my questions might not be the easiest to answer and quickly. So I think doing it when you're about to leave for work or the class isn't a good idea. Her mother frowned. Nope, her mother didn't frown, her mother frowned. And nodded her head slowly as she listened to her daughter's stream of thought. And it's not something your dad can handle. It's medical related. Vanessa? Usually, yeah, I'm doing the one-liners. I know I said fluff earlier, but my steam is going wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have had curry. Maybe it's making me sleepy. Celia nodded. Why don't you just ask her? Well, Celia hesitated and suddenly became interested in her now pulled bagel. Well, Celia, we were able to sort things out last night, and I don't want to get her upset with me again. Would you be the type who would get upset at you? Would she be the type who would get upset at you? Oh, excuse me. Who would get upset at you for asking a question related to her medical situation? No, I don't think she would anyway. But I also don't risk it now that we're friends again. Her mother let out a very tired sigh. Celia wasn't sure if it was more of a yawn that she was channeling into a sigh, or if she was just to process, or she was just unable, or she was just that I wasn't sure if it was more of a yawn that she was channeling into a sigh, or if she was just sighing and her sleepiness, or if she was just sighing and it was being impacted, by her sleepiness. One sec. Alright. Her mother let out a very tired sigh. Celia wasn't sure if it was more yawn she was trying to sigh, or she was just sighing and was being impacted by her sleepiness. Either way, her mother did respond. Is it a genuine question? Or are you making a guess at something? Actually, no. Because if I did that, I would have to implicate that Celia was making guesses all along in the last... What page are we on? 127 pages, which we haven't done. Sylvia, for the most part, I've written Sylvia's trying to think things through. Keyword on trying. We're going to check out Stream Raiders in a second. But we haven't done that, so we're going to go with her mother did respond. What sort of question do you have? Alright. Now Stream Raiders, 12 seconds. Alright, my timing is good, but we don't have any aiders. Nobody had to help. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Give me the haste. Wait, why is he going that way? Ay, ay, ay. I have retry tokens, but guys, I continue. I don't feel like I can, I don't feel like I can continue, brain-wise. I mean, I'm sure I could probably struggle bus it. But I don't think I want to. We got 2,000 words in already, as it is. And I'm just going to honestly keep being distracted throughout the rest of the stream. Did we get any votes for the poll? No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just wrap up the stream here. Just close you. Wrap up the stream here. I'm going to post the poll into... my brain is not working. Hold on. YouTube community, Instagram, and Discord. And we'll see where we're at tomorrow when I start the writing portion of the stream. And if it's still like a tie or there's no votes or whatever, then we are going to go to good old random number generator. I know I've been saying them a lot. I feel bad about that. However, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to end it now. I'm just going to go to bed and take a nap. See if I can get some sleep in before I have to chop tonight. I don't know if that's a good idea, but we'll see. I know today's stream is definitely shorter than some of my more recent short streams, and I apologize. Especially for people who don't normally come in until it's like 5. So for those folks, I am sorry. Sorry, my brain is but I do need to let you guys know tomorrow's also going to be kind of a short. Well, no, tomorrow's Thursday, so tomorrow is going to be a shorter-ish stream. It's not going to be a super long stream, but it's not going to be 3 hours either. Oh, we're technically close to 4 hours. It'll probably be like 4 or 5 hours tomorrow. Basically, I have errands to run, so I don't expect to stream until like maybe 2 Eastern. So basically, we're going to start stream after my lunch tomorrow. I've got a long morning tomorrow. Oh, jeez. I don't know if a nap is a good idea now that I think about it. But anyway, I'm still going to wrap up. I'm going to let myself veg. Maybe do some more self-learning if I can't take a nap. And my computer froze for a second there, but that's just me. Yeah, I'm just word vomiting at this point, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just sitting here zoning, looking at all my screens. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Twitch viewers, I know you just sat through a 3-minute ad when I was on my lunch break okay, maybe a little more than an hour. Well, yeah, less than an hour ago. The ads were more than an hour ago, but I was still on lunch an hour ago. But it is an automatic thing when I go offline, it just kicks in. So if you want, so if you can please sit through it, that's great. The ad revenue goes to babydj.org. YouTube viewers, you don't have to sit around. There won't be any ads, at least none that benefit me or the charity. So you can go ahead and move on to another stream when you see the offline mode. And my brain's going. But yeah, guys, go ahead and whichever channel you're on, make sure you like and subscribe. I know Twitch doesn't have like, but you guys know what I mean. Throw me a follow and subscribe on Twitch if you want. Oh, that took a lot out of me. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully well rested, but we'll see. And yeah, before I can say any more, which I don't know what else there is to say, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and I'll see you guys. Oh, let's do the word count real quick. I know we just hit like 7,200. We're probably still in that range, but we did some writing since then, like a couple paragraphs. Yeah, so we're still at 72K, but we're close to 73K. So that's what's important. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up now. Again, thank you all so much for joining, and see you tomorrow. Bye.